Who wants to go first?
I'm Max. I play bass in Lemuria.
I'm Sheena and I play guitar.
I'm Alex and I play drums.
All right, cool guys. First question I want to ask: could you tell us about the upcoming release, Turnstile Comics 3?
It's a collaboration between Silver Sprocket Records and Mitch Klim, who's actually from San Antonio, Texas. And it's like a series. It's like it comes with a 7-inch and a digital download and a 40-page like comic book. That's all artwork by Mitch Klim and Nation of Amanda does the coloring of it.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's like it's a story about our trip we did to Russia. Maybe 2 years ago, I think it was, and it's just like all the pluses and negatives of the trip. I think it's a fun read.
Yeah, it's a project we've been working on for a couple of years with him. Mitch put a lot of time and effort into all the artwork, and also the storylines. It's based off of like an interview that we did. It's all based off of like real stuff that happened, but I mean there are definitely some like exaggerated story arcs and stuff in there, so it like keeps it a little bit more engaging than like, oh, we were sitting in a van for 5 hours, which is what tour actually is kind of for the most part.
So did you guys have any part in adapting the story, or was it more just the song and they adapted the song in the interview?
The songs were kind of separate. I mean, they kind of matched the mood of like the story, but like the lyrical content, I would say was not connected to the story.
Yeah, not connected at all.
Cool.
It's funny though, because like they were like, okay, we want you to tell a story, and usually when people are like, tell us a story, we're like, but this time we're like, we're going to tell you a story. And then we ended up talking on the phone with the person for over 2 hours, and they were like, I think we got enough. They were like, but we have so much more to tell you.
Yeah. That was Kevin. What's Kevin's last name?
Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
Writes for Razor King. It was like a lot of people that all like collaborated to make this thing happen.
That's awesome. It's such a unique platform to have an EP to go along with the comic book. Do you guys see yourself doing something like that in the future again, or coming up with something different?
For sure. Actually, we kind of. I mean, we didn't have as much collaboration with it, but this guy, Sean Struble, was actually also from Texas. He does Little Depressed Boy. And that's going to come out, like he has a new issue coming out next month that has a story arc about us, and he asked us a few questions. It wasn't like it's not a story based around us, it's just we're incorporated into the story. So that's something that's kind of similar. But it's cool to kind of like have different people from different, our worlds of art kind of coming together and working, blending.
Especially like to release something that, to have something more than just a piece of vinyl as the vessel to get the music out there. I mean, it's definitely something that's like really interesting to explore, even something like completely unrelated to like the comic book project. Just I think it goes hand in hand with the whole discussion of like kind of digital music and like what are people really looking for to actually like when they're buying music or when they're buying like a record that you put out. So like doing something that's a little bit more of like a tangible product that like has a little bit more substance to it than just like a CD or like just a record is an interesting thing to explore for sure. Like releasing stuff.
Cool. Were you guys big fans of comic books before this, or?
I am.
Yeah.
I like a lot of stuff. I'm a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. And when they continued the story after the show, like, that's what got me into comic books.
That's cool. Are you guys currently reading anything now in terms of comics, or?
I like Brian K. Vaughan a lot, so I've been reading Saga. Why the Last Man was great.
Yeah, I'm actually just starting on the Buffy comic series myself, but I've been a fan of comic books for a while.
Awesome. What's your favorite? I'll go through all of you. What's your favorite superhero and why?
Well, I mean, that's a tough one.
I know my answer.
I mean, I would say Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Buffy's really kind of.
I know it's not like a lot of people think DC or Marvel comics, but really, I mean that's the one I find the most, And now Buffy's home at Dark Horse.
Yeah.
I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Very good.
Which one though? Which one's your favorite?
Oh, I mean, I like. Can I not like all of them?
Well, yeah, you have to pick one. If you have to pick one.
Leonardo.
Leonardo? Cool. Is it because he's like the captain of the team, or
Yeah, he's smart.
Got the sword.
Yeah,
he's got the sword?
but they all kick ass.
Cool.
I think I like a lot of the protagonists and antagonists in Watchmen. That was the book that got me into like a lot of other comic books. Just anything that kind of has more depth to it than just like a dark past, strong superhero kind of lead.
Awesome. What about comic book movies? Do you guys have a favorite comic book movie?
I really liked Road Perdition, which wasn't really like your regular comic book movie, but I thought that was really awesome.
Cool.
I don't have a favorite.
Well, historically, Dick Tracy was my
Dick
favorite
Tracy.
as a kid.
Yeah, that's it.
I like, I do really like the Iron Man series. I really like what Robert Downey Jr. does with that character, and that's pretty cool.
All right, so well, we'll shift gears a little bit. What are the plans for the rest of the year after this tour?
I think we end at the end of this
Yeah,
year.
this tour
pretty
goes
much
till-
Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, we like stop
Yeah.
basically Christmas Eve. And then I know like shortly after, then we're gonna start like writing new songs like after the new year and start working on a new album.
That's awesome.
I think next year's going to be a big writing year for us.
Cool. I mean, you guys have grown. I've been a fan since you guys first started in the direction. You guys kind of a little bit more indie rock now. Some of the stuff is a little bit, the earlier stuff is a little bit more power pop and like punk rocky. How do you see the direction of the new record going?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's.
But,
I mean, everything that we started writing, it's kind of been all over the place. Like, could go anywhere.
Yeah. It's really like we don't know yet.
I mean, I think I feel like it'll be similar to The Distance Is So Big, though. I mean, I
That's
feel
cool.
like we did that on The Distance. Like, it's kind of everywhere. And, like, we're all contributing to the songwriting process, too, so it'll...
Yeah, I feel like we're like always, or we talk about a lot that like we feel, I guess, like with Lemuria we can explore a lot of musical genres or like a lot of different influences, and not like we're not gonna write like a ska record or anything, but like I think that it's fun to like kind of take it to the limit and see how far we can push it and still have it be something that sounds like cohesive and sounds like something that
that's cool. Awesome. Last question. This is kind of random. When you guys first started out, you listed Boxcar Racer as one of your influences. What's your favorite Boxcar Racer song?
Did we?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did we really say that?
Yeah. A long time ago, yeah.
That's been like
Like-
I mean, like, we still listen to that record, but what's the...
it's good. The drumming on it's really great.
I don't even know if I remember the name of the album, though. Or any of the
It's
songs.
Boxcar Racer. It's self-titled, yeah.
I don't know any of the names off the songs. I just know the opening drum beat is awesome. After the weird piano.
Yeah.
I don't know
cool.
the names though.
That's like a get pumped album, too. It's like
Uh-huh.
what you put on when you, like, need to stay awake. Or, yeah. But
That's
what's your favorite song?
And I, which is kind of underrated song on there. But I was just listening to that today.
Which one's the one with Tim Armstrong on it?
Cat Like Thief.
Oh, okay.
That was cool. But, all right, cool, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.